Hello and welcome to my PvE tutorial series. In these videos I will show you how to take on endgame content with as few people as possible. But like anything in an MMO, the more the merrier. These tutorials assume your characters are level 50, templated, and master level 10. If you don't know what a template or master levels are, click the appropriate annotations. In this video I'm going to show you how to take a keep with one character on the PvE only Gaheris server. The reason I'm doing this with just one character is because I wanted to show people that you can in fact take on keeps with one character, and I decided to use a Skald instead of a more powerful solo class like a Valkyrie or Friar because I wanted to show that even an unconventional class can be effective if you template and play properly. So one of the things that makes this template strong is the procs in the template, as well as the heal bonus that I have added to it. These will help quite a bit when I'm taking on the Keep Lord. It will increase my longevity, and I won't have to risk taking breaks as much when I'm fighting the Keep Lord. So there are some things you'll need before you leave the safety of home and go to the keep. The first thing you'll need is a healing potion, just to decrease downtime and maybe even save you in some clutch moments. You'll need an invigoration potion so that you can use styles indefinitely, or at least for the duration of the potion. You'll need a Heart of Agramon so that you can damage the keep doors and walls, and so you can break in a good amount of time. Another item that you will want in your template, the Heart of Agramon doesn't need to be in the template, but the Excalibur Scabbard fragment, or the Thor or Lugs fragments, you can use those as well. This will be needed in the template because of the 2000 damage melee ablative. You could arguably say that you don't need the Heart of Agramon for your template, or to even have in your inventory, because the fragment has the same charge as well, but it's good to have it, the Heart of Agramon, because it's on a separate timer. The things that I think will make this Skald more effective for soloing a keep will definitely be the regeneration song, and the Warlord abilities will be quite useful as well for mitigating damage or healing it. One of the champion level abilities I have is Renew Vigor. It's a heal over time spell that will help quite a bit with downtime, and it will well, I'll show you at the Keep Lord how effective it can be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Mytherian of Health is good too if you're able to get one. This stacks with your regeneration song, so that'll be good. So the first thing I'll need to do is get realm buffs. If you have a buff bot, that's great, but if you have a buff bot, you may as well take the buff bot with you and have it heal you. But so I just wanted to show this as one single character, no bots, no nothing. So for the full resist token, if you have your own champion level ability, you won't need to get that. But anyway, I'll be taking Arvakr Faste. And this keep is one of the easier ones, but it will be challenging enough for a solo character, especially one without a lot of defenses or heals like a Friar or Valkyrie would. So we'll be heading out to Arvakr Faste. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to explain. You'll obviously want to have all your buffs up, your self buffs. one thing that will help with my damage, in my opinion, will be champion level damage over time spell. You might see Scalds using this in RVR if you play on Ywain at all, but I think this will be a great way to pull mobs and doing a little extra damage to them before they do damage to me. What else? You'll definitely want to have your reactional styles available, and the follow-ups for them if needed. If things get really hairy, you can switch to your shield, but for the most part I'll just be using my two-hander. And I'm just going to wait for this patrol to pass because I don't think there'll be a problem once I'm actually inside the keep. So yeah, I'll switch to my Heart of Agamemnon and get my celerity chant going. And I'll have to stand here so I'm out of... You just saw that I got nuked. If I stand here, it won't be too much of a problem. If you're not a Scald or something with celerity, it might be good to have celerity charges in your template as well, or if you're an armsman, have celerity charges on a crossbow, or if you're any other class that uses a two-hander, you could have the celerity charges on your shield, a crafted shield. What else? I think that's it for now. I'm going to knock this door and then we'll be back. Okay, the door is down, and one thing I want to really stress when on a solo character like this, especially without a lot of healing, you'll want to take it slow and only pull a few mobs at a time, because as you can see I only pulled one, but 3 mobs are coming. So as you can see there, I utilized my crowd control abilities and mezzed that healer in the back, and while I have the healer mezzed, I can take out the other mobs as well. For a keep like this, pulling 3 at a time isn't too bad if you're templated properly, but it can get pretty messy if the, for example, with this keep, if it starts to snow, the monsters will do quite a bit more damage. And as you can see there, this healer that I was attacking called for help and made things a little bit messier for me. So for example, if it were snowing, I would probably have to run away and reset the aggro with these guys, because even without the buff from the snow that they would get, I'm still taking quite a bit of damage. Generally, it's a good idea to take out the lower level mobs first. And apparently I have a hard time multitasking and using styles and all that at the same time, but while commentating anyway. But hopefully my template and whatnot will help me through my less than optimal play. Alright, through this section I think I'm just going to mute my sound and speed things up a little bit, just to give you a general idea of how I go throughout the keep. And like I say, you'll have to take it slow, but as a solo player, this is one of the most rewarding things you can do on Gaheris. I didn't show it when I was hitting the door, but I used 2 charges of Heart of Agamemnon, and it costs 50 gold per charge to recharge. So, oh, and as you can see now, it's starting to snow. So what I think I'll do is see if I can take it slow, and hopefully they don't hurt too badly. But anyway, as I was saying, to knock out a door each time takes 2 Heart of Agamemnon charges, which equates to 200 gold every time you do a keep. But it definitely pays off because the current market rate for items on Gaheris, or for dreaded seals on Gaheris, which is what you'll get from this keep, is 1 platinum coin. So even if you just sell 1 dreaded seal, it'll pay for itself. Okay, I'm going to start speeding this up now. Okay, we're here, and there was a few things that I did along the way, but one of them I think that you might have seen was that I used the Excalibur fragment not just for the Keep Lord, but for situations where things got a little hairy and I got a lot of ads. At one point I ran away from the ads because it was just too much, but if it's an amount of ads like 4 or 5, I just use the Excalibur fragment just to make things a little bit quicker. It will cost me a little bit more gold in the long run, but like I said, even if you sell 1 glowing dreaded seal, or it'll pay for itself. And as you can see from killing the trash mobs, I've gotten 10 glowing seals, or dreaded seals already. If I kill this guy, I will get 15 more. So 25 dreaded seals in 1 run. That's a pretty good pretty good rate of return. So yeah, while I was fighting that elementalist, I put up my arcane strength from my Ring of Tarka Oz. The other thing that I'll want to do right away, right before I attack him, is put up my Excalibur fragment. In fact, yeah, I can't do it yet, but I'll want to do that as soon as possible. I want to do it before I deal with a bunch of ads, and I want to deal with it pretty much when he's the only thing left to kill. So what I'll do right now is tag him, and when you tag him, he rings the bells, and any monsters left inside of this keep will come running to his defense. So hopefully, after having killed most of them already, it will be a manageable amount. So once they're dead, I'll be able to hit him and go from there. One of the things that you may have seen while I was going through that keep is I ran out of an invigoration pot, but I did come somewhat prepared. I had a Ethereum of Endurance as... Oh, did he just stun me? Yeah, he did. I had an Ethereum of Endurance as backup. So this is going to be a little bit of a difficult fight, but hopefully I can manage it. I might have to use my Excalibur fragment for this. Okay, my chest piece procced, so I should be okay. Oh, no, I'm not. Ah, okay. Well, that's what happens sometimes, especially when you're not on an optimal class. So, what I'll do is rebuff and just go back out there. I mean, I could theoretically stop right now and still have a pretty decent return, but, I mean, the bulk of the work is done, so I may as well go back out. Alright, we're back, and it looks like we've got some respawns, so I'll have to take care of those. And then I'll hit the Keep Lord again, just tag him, to get the rest of the ads. Hopefully not too many came like last time. I really should have been more proactive with using my Excalibur fragment. I hesitated though, so that's why I died. But it happens. So I'll hit this guy and hopefully not too many come. Alright, it looks like we're free and clear. So what I'll do now is use Excalibur Fragment, and right off the bat what I'll do is use War Guard so that any damage he does to me is negated considerably. And I'll just have to wear him down. One thing I don't want to do is kill these Greater Ice Spirits. The damage that they do is quite negligible, and they're actually play an advantage for me, because if they proc my armor, they will heal quite a bit more damage than they'll ever do. So the positioning I have right here is good because my back is faced to them, which means I won't parry them or evade them. Normally doing that is good, but when they do so little damage, when they set off your procs like that, it's definitely a good thing to have. So at this point he can do some pretty significant damage to me. One thing I'll want to do is clear these pets, and he should still be in combat. So I'm going to try and use my heal over time spell. Use my Warlord ability and my heal potion. And that should heal me up a little bit. And sort of bring me back in the fight. And what I will try to do, if I can, is use my Excalibur fragment again mid-fight, and hopefully that'll make things a little bit better for me. It seems like my armor is proccing quite a bit, so this is good. I'm probably going to have to pull out one more time just to heal up and... yeah. I wouldn't... Once you're at about 30%, don't ever go any lower than that, because he can do quite a bit of damage. He can double swing, which can really... it can kill you, basically, so definitely be very careful about that. Actually, it looks like my armor's healing me anyway, so just being out of his range for him to damage me was good enough to get me back in the fight. See, this is where you want to be careful. Even though he's at 8%, it can still take a little while for him to die. And so being at 30% is still pretty risky. I think now is a good time. Yep, I can use my Excalibur fragment again, and we can seal the deal. And there you have it. That's how you solo a keep with a unusual class, but again, if you're on a Valkyrie or a Friar, it's quite a bit easier. So the end result was, looks like, yep, 25 dreaded seals. So yeah, it's definitely worthwhile if you catch the game on a double realm point weekend, and you have all the necessary realm point bonuses like artifacts and guild bonus, and if you go to Cathal Valley and have someone help you take a keep there, you can turn all those dreads in, and it takes 25 alone will take you more than halfway to realm rank 5, so anyway, at least realm rank 4, which will make you even stronger and help you take these keeps even easier. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.